Let's see here.
Checkmate King 2. This is Whitework, over.
Thank you for the sound check portion of the show tonight. And, that's, again, that's a memorial to Combat, the TV show from the early 60s here. A lot of folks probably don't remember it, but anyhow, so I think I'm going to make sure I'm muted here before I really start the show off here. I never know whether I'm muted until it actually starts rolling here. And for my screen, it still is not live yet. Okay, here we go. And I'm not muted.
Hey, so Ron and I are at the same house. I don't know what happened to Johnny. He went home.
I wasn't invited.
Oh.
Well, I think it got lost in the mail. There you go. Johnny's in the house now.
Art sent me a late invitation.
Yes, Art. Yeah, thank you, Art, for loaning your villa out for the show tonight. Yeah. But let's get going for real, folks. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and welcome into Drone Nation for this December 5th, 2022, our first show of December, and a lot of people's favorite month because the big holiday comes at the end of the month, and everybody gets gifts, and maybe they could be drones this year. So, hey, before we get too deep in the show here, I do want to send out my condolences and stuff to Christine McVie's family. She was a key member of the Fleetwood Mac band who was big when I was a young person in the 70s. I really spent a lot of nights as a teenager playing those Fleetwood Mac albums, and she did some of my favorite songs. So rest in peace, Christine McVie.
Christine Perfect.
Yeah, Christine Perfect. There's that you can get that solo album. I saw it's you can stream it now on some of the streaming services. So okay, well, I want to jump right into the show here, and before we do anything, I'm going to get John. Okay, DeMarco is going to be late tonight. He's at another birthday party. That man parties more than anybody in the drone community. But anyhow, he does promise to bring some cake when he does show up. But Johnny's going to fill his big shoes tonight, making the Monday Night Football pick. And now this is going to be a tough pick because the hometown Saints are involved. But let me set this up. We got the Monday Night Football game. It's the New Orleans Saints who carry a record of 4-8 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who have a record of 5-6. It's in Tampa Bay, of course, and the Bucs are giving away 3 points tonight. Johnny,
I need to stop you guys for a second there because I think you didn't misconstrue something, Ron, but we need to be fair to our friend DeMarco. Yes, he's at a party tonight, but it is his 6-year-old twins, Sammy and Maris. It's their birthday party, so he's got an excuse.
Right. He got a good excuse. Yeah.
Anyway.
We're not docking him paid tonight or anything. This unlike the rail systems, this is a paid holiday for DeMarco.
Oh, I thought we were docking his pay.
No.
Okay.
We're not like the rail system around here or the railroad. We actually have sick days around here.
Hey, he just PayPal me $2. Is that all he gets? He said he was getting his share.
Well, that's after taxes and all were taken out. But
okay, I don't want a 1099 for that.
What do you make of this big Monday night game with your hometown Saints?
This division, what I would be, I guess, easy to say it sucks because whoever wins the division could possibly have a losing record. But I'm going to go out on a limb and take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints, and they will cover tonight.
Now, will Archie Manning be playing tonight for the Saints?
Oh, man, Archie is, he's counting his money. Archie's counting his money up there where I go fly in Covington up there. So he's counting his money.
All right. Well, thank you for making that big pick for DeMarco tonight. He's at 500, so you can get him over the hump. Okay, let's go around the panel real fast and check in with everybody. Sorry, I got to call Marcus. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, we just got Wayne B just posted here. I'm going to put it up on the screen. And I just looked that up, Wayne. Sadly, Kirstie Alley passed away today too. So her who doesn't remember Kirstie Alley from Star Trek, etc. So
hey, Maurice and Ron, we also lost Lee from Adventure FPV lost his mother. So out to Lee.
Sure enough.
We'll be thinking about you, Lee. Sorry,
sorry to hear that, Lee.
Yeah. Anyway, so enough of that, but we just wanted to acknowledge that. Thank you, Wayne, for putting that up on the screen. making that comment. Now, with regard to what I've been doing, we had a nice day. Let's see, what day was it? Saturday. We had a blue sky day, winter day. So I flew the Nano Plus and had a couple of issues about that. We'll talk about that more about that a little bit later. But the Nano Plus, well, it continues to disappoint, I guess, is the only thing I can say. But anyway, so that's about it. We're right in the middle of winter weather today. It was gloomy. There was no flying in Idaho today, I'll tell you that. But hopefully we'll get a break and get out there and fly some more. Kind of excited about, I announced last week on Rotor Talk Live that I did, just like our friend Johnny, I ordered the Autel Lite Plus. I just got a text message from UPS. I should have that in my hands tomorrow. So pretty excited about that drone, gentlemen.
Oh, it's coming Tuesday. I thought the initial arrival date was Wednesday.
It was, and they just updated it, and they said I'll have it tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
So good. Johnny, how you doing?
Doing great. I actually we had some rain over the weekend and didn't fly for 2 days. And I actually today about 1 o'clock, it was still kind of overcast and kind of foggy still. But I went out to the swamp and flew the Autel Lite Plus, and it wasn't a great day for pictures and video, but I still had fun flying. So that's what it's all about.
Hey, Johnny, I don't mean to interrupt, but I see Art's in the house, and hey, Art, I hope it's okay that we borrowed your house to do this show tonight. I don't know if Ron asked you, but anyway, we're downstairs in the living room if you're still home.
Yeah, Art's got one of the Airbnbs going here, so it's nice to make a little extra money around the holidays.
Anyway, sorry, Johnny.
Yeah, we love you. No,
but yeah, went out and did a little flying today. Did about a battery and a half, and it actually started drizzling, so I had to put the drone away. But yeah, it had fun flying.
And did you and Joe America go out flying last week with the new drone?
Yeah, we did actually, and we're actually going tomorrow. I had to bring my granddaughter up to Mandeville, so Joe and I will meet up again tomorrow. And Joe made a big announcement a little while ago.
Really?
He stepped up and bought the Mavic 3.
Ooh, the big boy. Now you mean not the classic, but the real 3.
He got the real 3 with the big zoom. You know, he's a big camera guy, so he's got to have that zoom. And he's been talking about it. It seemed like the last 2 or 3 weeks we've been flying. We even pulled it up on on eBay a couple times out there at the lakefront. So he did pull the trigger a little while ago.
He got a good deal with an extra battery, right?
Yes, he got a 2-deal battery pack with I think it was at the eBay refurb, the DJI refurb store for I think under $1,700. So
Johnny, I see Eddie Nunez just joined us here. He just put out a really good video on using the night mode that they just gave us on the Mavic 3. You probably got some pretty good spots down there in Louisiana to check out night mode.
Well, I did shoot a little bit the other night, but I do need to probably go downtown or something. Maybe now they got the Christmas lights in the park, so I was thinking about going in there possibly. And I do want to try that because I think the Nano this Lite Plus has night. Is it super night? And it's got 3 different settings. So,
but that Mavic 3, no Mavic 3,
no Mavic 3.
Now you and Joe could compare the night modes on those drones.
We can, yeah, we can. That's a good. Maybe we can meet up and fly. That'd be a cool point there, Ron. Ron, we can fly side by side.
Yeah. Seriously, check out Eddie's video. He did a really great comparison.
I want to see Eddie's video.
Yeah.
Bill Grace got a new Nano Plus. It flies great. Bill, did you just pick that up off the DroneNation Deal, the deal of the day here a few weeks ago? Anyhow, we'll talk about a little bit more Autel. We'll get into we want to hear all Johnny's first impressions and kind of thoughts on the Autel and whether you should get it or not. But I know everybody, Marcus, I think everybody's here to hear about a new little drone that could be coming out later this week. It's called the DJI Mini 3. Now, that's not to be mistaken with the Mini 3 Pro. This is just a Mini 3. And over the weekend, rumors heated up. when a photo appeared on Twitter showing the DJI Mini 3 Fly More combo on display at Best Buy in a store in New Jersey. It didn't say where in New Jersey. I wonder if it was my local store.
Yeah.
And it was priced at a cool $859. And the bundle included the DJI RC controller. That's the one with the screen. So, okay, here's something. We learned a couple things there. We know the price in the U.S. for the Fly More bundle. We know that's already in stores. So how long can it be? It's already, it's Best Buy is famous for putting things on the shelf too early. I no information if they actually sold any of these units or not. But we could compare that pricing with the DJI Mini 3 Pro with the RC controller, but that's not just the base kit, the standard bundle. That's $909. So the standard bundle is still more money than the Fly More with the with the Mini 3. I'll say standard just so we don't get people confused here. Marcus, Johnny, you've saw all that stuff over the weekend with this. What are your impressions of what we saw so far?
Fantastic product, decontented to a degree. I mean, a lot of folks don't care about obstacle avoidance. I totally get that, but you're losing the 60 frames per second. That's kind of a big deal to me. Now, I had such high hopes because I like the idea of a really price competitive product that people can buy without breaking the bank. I just don't think DJI achieved that. I think they'll have success with the drone like they always do, but it's not going to be the runaway hit that it could have been if it was a couple $100 cheaper. And Ron, you made the point to me earlier today that it still means that the Mini 2 is going to continue to be a hot selling drone, because one of the things that Ron has grasped that a lot of people haven't is that the big deal about these mini drones often is not their features, but their price
or the weight.
Exactly right. It's their price point. And I think the Mini 2 is the one that probably really hits that sweet spot now. So I'm not going to say the Mini 3 is a non-event. I'm just going to say it's not going to be as big a hit as it could have been.
I think that this kind of repeats what they did with the Mavic 3 Classic. They price it lower than the Mavic 3, but not enough to really, get too many people to buy it that didn't have it already or whatever. I mean, it didn't really spur that many new sales. Johnny, what's your take on what we saw over the weekend?
Well, I think like everybody's saying, it's just not, it's dumbed down. You might as well just step up and get get the next drone. And then, I think that, like Marcus said, I think they just sold a lot of Mini 2s. And if that drone, what I was thinking about a while back, just looking, I know we talked about the original Mini is gone. I guess the SE is probably going away. So will the Mini 2 stay? And then the new drone will be the next drone. So where are we going to end up in a price? I mean, it seems like the prices are too close, but they're really close in price, and that's kind of, I don't know if it's discouraging, but it is a little confusing. But even I got to buy lots of drones,
Now, one of these articles was saying that they think the Mini 3 standard kit when the Mini 3 kit comes out with the DJI RC, that Fly More bundle may be in the $700 to $750 range, which, okay, that compares a little bit, I guess,
a little more favorably.
Right now, the Mini 2 Fly More combo, and you get the RM1 control with it. That's $599 over DJI.com. As Marcus pointed out today, you can get that much less other places if you shop around hard.
You can, yeah.
But the list price is $599 at. So if the Mini 3 with the standard RM1 controller, and the Fly More bundle, if that's even $750, that's only what, $150 more than that $599 now. So that kind of is making more sense now, right?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I get your point, Ron. And so are all these sales that we're seeing on the Mini 2, is it DJI trying to blow them out the door? We're all familiar with the Costco deal. I think it was, some people were telling us like $389 for 2 batteries.
It's a 2 battery pack, yeah.
Yeah, which is a great deal. I've seen the refurb Fly More kit of the Mini 2 for $419,
right?
Which is an amazing deal. But the point, and I think the Ron that you're making is those are sales. They're not the regular price.
Right.
So if we're just looking at regular prices, maybe it's not that far off.
But you make a good point. If somebody is trying to save money or whatever, they're looking at those sale prices compared to, I'm making prices up when I say $750 for the Mini 3, the lower combo, whatever. It's not even close. It's hundreds of dollars away. They're going to go for those Mini 2s at those sale prices.
Hey, so I don't want to lose it before, but Lon put a post up there earlier. He said, you guys are talking like the price. And he's right. We really don't know the price.
Well, unless that photo is faked, Best Buy selling it for $859. Unless that photo is a fake, or
it was just the wrong price tag in front of that box of drones.
Right.
Right?
You could if anything, you can if away anything. The picture's fake. The price, the guy put the wrong price up. You could but we're just going on. Let's say when we've seen these leaks from Best Buy before with the pricing, how often was it wrong, Marcus? Never.
Not really.
Yeah, for the most part.
When Best Buy puts a price up in these pre-leaked pictures, 99.9% of the time it's been right in the past. So I'm just going on past history.
But I think that the biggest kicker will be, for those of us who have the RC controller already, we want to buy just a drone, and that's more favorable.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Drone DJ released an article today. I posted on DroneNation already.
Right.
They speculate that just the drone by itself could be $500. That they're just speculating now.
Right.
But that would be, Marcus, would $500 for the drone just alone be something that could interest you?
Well, I've discussed that. We don't need. We've got RCN1 controllers coming out our ears. We don't really need a controller for another drone. So if you could buy it, for $500, it might be worthwhile. But I'm talking about the average Joe.
Yeah, the average Joe doesn't have all these controllers.
Yeah.
And two, this Flymore combo for $859. Are you assuming that all the batteries in there are the standard batteries and not the plus batteries?
I would make that assumption. Is that's the case?
Yeah. Johnny, same for you.
I would think so.
Would have the standard batteries.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Best Buy. I'm just reading some of the comments here, so let's see.
We got we had a party man in here, but
just for a second, then he disappeared.
He popped away. Yeah. So here's some of the things. Some of these things we know because they're on the side of the box. 38 minutes of battery life. That's an increase of 4 minutes over the Mini Pro, and that's on the side of the box. So that's not rumor. That's printed on the side of the box. If the box is indeed real. And what we speculate, that's because of the no obstacle avoidance and I guess 4K 60 chews up more battery life.
Well, 4K 60, no doubt. I mean, I guess more processing power. I can't imagine that obstacle avoidance uses up that much power, but maybe it does.
Maybe Richard's right.
It's possible.
Yeah, hey, Richard, are you in the chat? I think you were right, buddy.
Yeah, I think he said that last week, or somebody was talking about that last week.
Yeah. Richard's been saying that for months, so he's ahead of everybody.
He sure was, yeah.
Okay, so it's no obstacle avoidance sensors, and we know that because on the box it doesn't say it has it. So I'm going to interrupt here. We got to bring a big star in here, big party man here.
Oh, he's not at the right house. You're at the wrong house, DeMarco.
Hey, I was knocking on the door. Nobody let me in, so I had to come back to my house in the basement. Yeah.
Well, you didn't have the cake, so you didn't have three little plates of cake.
Don't worry about it. I brought you some ice cream. How about that?
Ice cream.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, how you doing tonight, DeMarco? We know your twins had a birthday party. How old are they today?
6. And I recommend everybody Marcus for the next life, Ron for the next life, to wait until you're 40 years old to have twins. I recommend that for everyone. Next life. Next, you too, John.
We don't have to worry about that no more.
No. They are good. They're good, though. My wife's putting them to bed, though. The kitchen's cleaned up. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? I want to jump in.
They're waiting to hear all this Mini 3 information.
Oh, yeah. My expert
did you see
opinion on the Mini 3.
That Mini 3 was in Best Buy?
I saw that. In fact, yeah, I was trying to jump on. Johnny and I had a conversation about that this morning. If that's the price, and I heard what Lon had said and what you had said, and the thing about the pricing, DJI's prices have been high lately. I mean, so I'm not doubting that.
Is this sort of a replay of the Mavic Classic where we all expected a nice little price cut and we didn't get much of a price cut? Is this sort of version 2 of that? Just a small bump in price?
Yeah, well, yes, I would say that. Because if you think about it, that's the same thing that actually happened with the Maverick 3. They came out with the Maverick 3, then they came out with the lesser brand. Then they came out with the lesser model, still price high. So most of us are like, why even get that? So maybe they're doing it again. Who's ever making the decisions I don't know if they're pulling the right trigger or not, though, because like that did not happen with the Air 2. It did not. The Air 2 came out first, and then the Air 2S. It did sort of happen with the Mini 2 because like the Mini 2 came out, then the Mini SC came out. But like you remember back to the Mavic 2 time, both of those came out at the same time, the Mavic 2 and the Mavic 2 Zoom. So,
yeah.
I mean, but it could be anything. It could be they didn't have the parts to put out both drones. I mean, like we don't know. So
that's a fact.
Yeah. So anyway, we were talking, a little bit of the pricing you heard, and we're going through the features. I mean, said that this one has no obstacle avoidance sensor just because it doesn't say so on the side of the box. But in young help me out, Young 360's video, right, she was reading something that said that, but it had front visual positioning sensors.
I haven't watched her video yet.
Downward.
Downward, yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Someplace. You know what that could mean? Front visual positioning sensors?
That makes no sense, Ron. Without no.
We usually talk about them being on the bottom of a drone, right?
Yeah, I think she must have misspoke or something was written wrong.
Okay. Or listen, maybe there is something there. That's why it's priced higher than normal.
Maybe Young has a drone already.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just guessing. So
Maddie's saying downward, and there's only one, not two.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well. And Lauren is saying the same thing.
What's that, Johnny? What about one? What'd you say?
One downward sensor rather than
downward is just one. And Lauren kind of. Lauren kind of. Well, he said bottom. The bottom. Okay. Yeah.
So if you look at your Pro, it's got a pair, so it's got stereoscopic vision. The Mini 3 will just have one eye pointed down.
No, read Lon's comment.
Which one? This one?
Look down at the bottom.
Hey, Jims. Hey, Andrew. Hey, everybody.
Get ready for that crow. Get ready for that crow, fellas.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey.
Oh, we made crew.
We'll be the first.
We're saying here. I got it right here, Ron.
Okay.
So listen, Lon, we're not saying we know anything. We're speculating. And so, yeah, there's not going to be any crow eating on this show.
Yeah. We're just going off a picture of a drone at Best Buy. If that price is incorrect.
But here I'll say this. Who thinks that the drone is going to be $400 to $500?
$4,500?
$500.
Yeah.
You talking about the drone itself?
Yeah.
That's on what do you call it? Drone DJ. They speculate on there that it could be just the drone could be $500, but I mean they didn't cite any sources there.
Oh, I mean it could be if it's $859 with the RC controller, so that would be about right, I guess. $500 to $550.
Well, what we were actually talking about this morning is what's it replacing. So it's replacing the Mini 2, but it's twice the price.
Well, so we were just having that conversation before you got on. The people that were here on time, we had that conversation beforehand. But seriously, what we were talking about was that we're seeing a lot of sale prices on the Mini 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
heard that.
And Ron made the point that, if it's a fair comparison, you're comparing the list price on all of them. However, Ron also made the point that the average consumer isn't. They're looking at whatever the cheapest price they can get. So,
yeah, because what else is left during that price? That's what we were talking about this morning. So the Mini SE is gone. So like, what else is left by DJI, or not even DJI, like another good company that like you would recommend a drone for someone who's starting out who doesn't want to pay $600 for a drone?
Well, the Nano Plus is pretty cheap right now.
How much is that? How much is that?
Yeah, I think they're
I got a link down. I got a link down below, and it's an affiliate link. I can get you one. I can get you one for $599 on Amazon.
But even someone who's just starting out, hey, yeah, get this good $600 drone. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you, DeMarco. I want to be able to recommend to somebody who's not not sure that they are interested in the hobby and just wants to try it, or B, somebody that's just a casual drone flyer. In other words, it's ancillary to whatever their hobby is, whether that's, riding a dirt bike or going out on their motorhome and they want to get a picture of their motorhome once in a while or something. That's where that Mini SE fits in. It's a product that somebody like that can buy without breaking the bank. And I think that $300 price point is pretty critical.
Yeah.
If it was $400, maybe still, I don't know, but yeah. So
yeah, a $400, like you can talk somebody into that. Hey man, get this drone. It's really good. I know it's more money, but throwing the extra $100, it is hard to talk somebody into paying 6, 7, 8. I mean,
it is, and I always feel very, very good about telling somebody to buy that Mini SE because I know that for $300 they're going to get a really great product.
Yeah. Well, but here, let me ask you this. I mean, like, you guys know more about this than I do. What would be left out there in the market then?
Yeah, I mean the likes of the Fimi Mini, which ask Lon about that one. Well, it is. You can commonly buy it for $319. Yeah. But it's, if you get a good one, great. But if you don't, there's those kind of issues. Now the Fimi X8 SE, you can buy that for $429 right now. The 2022 version, that's a pretty good drone. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I guess there is stuff, but I would like to see a DJI Mini drone.
Yes,
that's at that price point.
Yeah.
So the DJI RC for $859. Yeah. I don't know.
Somebody thinking about it better grab the Mini 2 pretty quick. They better grab some Mini 2s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at those sale prices that are out there right now.
Yeah.
Well, we were running down some of the features here. And again, we talked about the 38 minutes of battery life, which is a 4-minute improvement. That's on the side of the box. We talked about not having the sensors. The boxes has 10 kilometers of video transmission.
10 kilometers.
What is the video transmission on the Mini 3 Pro? Do we know?
15 kilometers. No, I don't know. I have no idea.
What I'm trying to get at.
I think it's the same.
Does this sound like the same?
Yeah, I think it's the same.
OcuSync 3 in it.
I'm quite sure it's OcuSync 3. I'm willing to bet it's the same. But I can't say that definitively. Yeah. Where's Lon when you need him? Lon, tell us.
I just don't remember what the transmission was in the Pro. But
yeah.
Okay, and then like Marcus said, this is in the side of the box. It just says 4K HDR in the side of the box, but we've heard rumors that it'll be 4K 30 as the top video quality setting, as opposed to the 4K 60 we get on our Pros. So, and here's another thing that's not on the side of the box, but this is commonly out there in the rumors. It only has 12 megapixel photos, not the 48 megapixel photos that the Pro has.
Right.
But that's not in the side of the box. That's just commonly read rumor. So basically right now, are we at that's the people everybody asks me is what's the difference between drones? What's the difference? What's the difference? As far as I know, that's the rumored differences or whatever, right? Do we know of any other differences, Johnny or DeMarco?
I just seen those pictures, Ron, and I mean that's really all I kind of going by, and a couple Facebook and tweets there. So there's a lot of information, but hey, we
you brought up those pictures. That department store in the UK that leaked the Mini 3 even before Best Buy did showed that the front arms now have legs coming down on them.
So Ron, well, I just wanted to see if I could answer Ron's question. This on the side of the box, and this is the Mini 3 Pro. I had to look at my box. Says flagship 12-kilometer video transmission.
Okay,
so maybe it is different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I know that it goes 3 miles out. I know that. Someone told me.
A little birdie told you.
Now that's the Mini 3 or the Mini 3 Pro, DeMarco?
The Mini 3 Pro.
Okay.
You got your Mini 3 right here. Oh no, it's the Pro.
DNA.
Yeah.
Now, Marcus, we were just talking about that the photos that were leaked by that we'll call them that store in the UK. Did you see the photos where the front legs appear to have little legs coming down where the Pro doesn't have that?
Yeah, so it does make you wonder if there is some kind of difference. Now you're making me think that there might be some kind of difference in the transmission system, Ron. I guess we'll have to wait. Yeah, and Lon says it's not Wi-Fi, but Wi-Fi would be such a huge step backwards. So maybe it is just OcuSync 2, but that doesn't make any sense either. Well, I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, I would think it'd be OcuSync 3, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't think they'd be step backwards.
And Lauren Donauer is saying we got to wait till the 14th to find out. That's not what we're hearing, Lauren. We're hearing
I thought it was the 7th.
Yeah, no, it was no.
It's OsitaLV says the 9th.
OsitaLV says the 9th, Lauren.
But hey, Marcus, could this be the same crow eating incident we've had before? Maybe the 9th is the day the email comes out.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what Lon was talking about.
Yeah, the email comes out on Friday, not the drone.
Yeah, that could be. Hey, what do you think? You think DeMarco is coming over to the house right now?
I think he's getting grabbing ice cream.
The cake is cut now.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah, Lon's saying he's on board with the 14th as well. So OsitaLV might be wrong. So I think we've got 2 against 1. I'm saying the 14th.
Well, OsitaLV won't be wrong. He'll just correct himself and say, "No, I didn't say it was coming out. I just said that's the day he'll spin it. That's the day you'll hear about it."
Oh, we thought you were coming over, DeMarco. You're not. You're still at your house.
No, my 13-year-old bulldog does not like to use the doggy door, so she barks at the back door for someone to let her in. So I had to go. Here she comes too, by the way. Jesus! Oh, look at that. Yeah. Man.
Lon makes a good comment here. He says the Mini 3 averages about 200 less across the board on the various.
That's UGA.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. $200. That's something. I mean, obviously it's decontented to a degree. I still just don't know that $200 at that price point is enough to move the needle that much. And I'm with Mr. Brown. I think the Mini 2 is going to be a hot seller as long as DJI makes it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked this off air. You know how we all call DJI fanboys? They call us the fanboys or whatever. Well, within the DJI fanboys, there's even a tighter knit group, the Mini 2 fanboys, and they're even more of a a gun ho crew than the fanboys overall. Those Mini 2 fanboys, are really a tough group. And I don't think this price point is going to get them to give up their Mini 2s.
Are they, DeMarco? You going to give up your Mini 2?
I never owned one.
Never? We thought you were card carrying
See, listen, I'm a working man, boys. I'm not retired. Boom, 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 boom.
What you talking about?
Now, Johnny's true. You owned a Mini 2.
I did, yeah. I owned it and sold it. So when I got the Mini 3 Pro, basically. So yeah,
I still have one.
But it's a great drone. And listen, that drone is you're right, Ron. So many people love it. It's a great price. It's a great drone. You know, you doesn't sometimes you couldn't fly the original Mini because of the wind, but the Mini 2 doesn't seem to have that problem at all.
No, Mini 2 is good.
Right.
I still got that Mavic Mini, Johnny, and I got the Mavic Mini, I got the Mini 2, I got the Mini SE, and I got the Mini 3 Pro. You don't sell those drones.
Yeah, you don't sell it now. I mean, if you sold those drones,
might not want to sell it now for sure.
Sell it now.
Maybe we could buy them all and then we'll just sell them. You know, we'll start our own store.
Yeah, hey, I made a video recently where I called the Mini 2 the greatest drone of all time.
Oh,
I'll bet you. So, okay, so you just brought up a good point, Ron, and you and I have discussed this in the past. I would be willing to bet the Mini 2 could very possibly be the best-selling drone there was. Very possibly.
And number 2 is probably the Mini 1.
Yeah, there is no way that the Mini 3 Pro has outsold any of those. I don't think so. Well, maybe the Mini, the first one.
Hey, I got to take exception here with Lon's last comment. He says he sold the EXO Mini today. Lon, why would you? How could you actually get money for that drone and actually sell it? I mean, holy!
He didn't say how much.
Brother. Yeah,
he didn't say how much. Now
they better not know your home address.
What's even more amazing is he bought it.
No, Lana take care of him.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah.
He's still got the Femi. He's still got
new in the box, he says.
No, but seriously, there is no way that they sold more Mini 3 Pros compared to the Mini 2. And I would say even maybe the Mini SE. And the only reason why that I say that about the Mini SE is they never really marketed it the way that they did the Mini 2.
Right.
Well, I don't think
I bet you that Mini SE sells like hotcakes in other countries, like in Asia and stuff like that.
The whole point of that Mini SE, I believe, was non-US markets primarily. And then it sold so well, I think they just quietly put it out, and then it became a hit here as well, even without any kind of advertising. Which, if you think about it, if you're not putting marketing dollars towards something, you can sell it for cheaper.
It's all gravy. Yeah.
Hey, DeMarco, why do we all have grand pianos and you just have a keyboard?
What's the deal?
Because I'm a lowly working man.
Actually,
I don't have a hot tub in back of my house.
I have a real grand piano right behind me here. So
I don't have a Corvette. Yeah, you know.
Well, I don't have an SRT-8 either, DeMarco. So
I can fly to Florida for a couple of months, you know, and stay and hang out on the beach. The nude bitches, by the way, too. Right.
Nude beach.
Look at Ron. Hey, he didn't say no. He just sort of.
There's a nude beach in Florida.
Really? Is there?
No, I'm asking you. You the one brought it up.
There's when Tammy and Max is there. Just saying.
Ooh, Max. Yeah.
Well, all I can tell you folks is at the Great Florida Drone meetup, everybody was fully clothed. That I know of.
Don't put up Lon's comment. Don't.
Yeah. Hey, so are we moving on to the next subject?
We have to finish up. Well, no, we did talk about number 5, the release date for the Mini 3 according to OsitaLV. Actually, he just says it could be as soon as the 9th. He doesn't say OsitaLV doesn't say it's going to be the 9th. He says it could be as soon as the 9th.
Well, there you go. He gave himself cover.
He gave himself an out.
Yeah, I think we've talked to enough people that I think probably know that it's going to be the 14th.
Yep.
So, okay. So Friday morning, just stay in bed that morning. You don't have to get up early.
I doubt it.
Just rest in. So, yeah, we can wait a minute. Okay, we can move. Well, wait a minute. I do have one little thing here. Well, it's not on the agenda. I want to congratulate Uncle Bill Renee. Bill Renee's Toys. He was chosen as the Ready Set Drone Subscriber of the Month for the month of, I guess, November. So I want to congratulate Bill. And I asked Bill to come on this show so we could kind of celebrate his victory as Subscriber of the Month. Bill unfortunately works Monday nights at the bowling alley, but he said if he ever does have a Monday night off, he'll jump on with us. So, everybody send a congrats out to Bill.
Congratulations, Bill.
So, Marcus, you want to move on to a topic?
Well, you had some stuff lined up. I mean, were we going to talk about that little Nano Plus?
Well, you let's do your story. I'll set it up here. You had called me today and you said you had the little Nano out for a test flight last week, and you had a little issue that kind of a strange little issue.
Yeah, I got to tell you guys, the Nano Plus to me, I've enjoyed the drone, and I've got a little kind of a love-hate relationship going with it. I just got it back from Autel, and it's been working really good. And I took it out this weekend, and I had a really strange anomaly. And I am going to bring it. I'm going to get going here and share the screen, Ron. I just was bringing that up, so give me just a second here to get that going. And
meanwhile, this show tonight is sponsored by Sky Lee over at Start RC.
Yeah,
Johnny.
Hard RC.
Hey, can you now? You can't see that, can you, Ron?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can see it's a swing set.
Yeah, okay, you got it. Okay, well, I just didn't see my little control
and then the mountains and the snow-capped mountains.
Okay, I'm gonna hit play here. This is video. I was shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second, and I just want to know what you guys think of the video quality here.
Is that RYYB sensor?
That's that RYYB sensor.
Well, that's gonna be the best video anybody's ever seen.
It almost looks like a cartoon or something, doesn't it? Look at how pixelated that is, and
wow,
yeah.
What were you, Matt? What was this in, Matt? Excuse me, Marcus. Sorry. What was this in? Was it in 4K or?
It was shooting in 4K, 30 frames per second. Yeah,
the highest resolution of that drone.
Okay, so so this is the last segment of video on here. I'm going to bring up another one here real quick. And see if I can show you. Give me just a second here, guys.
Oh, I love it when it's a million little screens there.
Yeah, I know. I fixed that. We're gonna go back to the very first. This is the first clip of the video.
This is the takeoff.
This is the takeoff, and it was the same thing. Now, I know what all the Autel people are gonna say. They're gonna say, "Hey, that Autel." It produces two files. It produces a thumbnail file and a regular file. You're looking at the thumbnail. No, I'm not. I have the thumbnail file that looks even worse. So this is the regular file. And let me see if I can get to the next video segment here. Here's the thumbnail file, which is even worse. But then here is once I got going. Now this looks good, doesn't it? So it switched into whatever mode, and I got real 4K 30 here at this part of the video. So I don't know, guys. Autel Nano Plus, it continues to give me fits.
And now your theory was that you started recording before you took off. Is that the theory?
Yeah. So everybody that flies that little Nano knows that if you start recording before you take off, that and Johnny, you know this, that initial first few seconds of video is in lower resolution, and then as soon as it takes off, it switches into that 4K 30 that you had selected. And so could it be that it didn't do this? Okay, I'll get that on that takeoff. Hey, it just got stuck in the wrong mode and it didn't switch. Okay, that makes sense. But how come that last segment of video, the very last segment of video, was that same pixelated, and all the ones in the middle were 4K 30?
Marcus, did it do it on a zoom, or you zooming? Or
I was not zooming. the thing that bothers me about this is that there was no indication in looking at the FPV screen that I had a problem. So I'm thinking I'm taking good quality video, and I'm not. So if I can't count on that drone that every time I fly it, I'm going to get what I think I'm getting, it's a problem. I'm not going to fly that drone much. I'm going to pull out my Mini 3 or my Mini 2 or something else because I know it's going to get me good video. So anyway, just a thought there, guys. And I don't even know if I'm going to bother contacting Autel about it or not. I'll see if it ever does it again. Maybe I'll
try it again.
Put in another ticket. But
I know it's always something with that drone for you.
Well, it appears to be the case. I thought I had it all settled, and that was a big disappointment. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm anxious to see if you can replicate that in the next flight.
Yeah, and Ross is in here, and he's saying the same thing. Yeah, don't push record on the ground. I get that, Ross, and I'm familiar with that. But the part that I don't understand, Ross, is so that first segment was bad. So then the next 2 segments of video were good, or 3 or whatever. Why did the last segment of video revert back to that? I think it's 720, 25 frames per second, I think is what it says on the file. But anyway, just odd and yeah. But what he's saying is absolutely right. It's a good point, is don't hit record until you already take off with the drone.
Yeah, but still hey, Marcus, like, you have a lot of drones, so it's not, a life or death for you. But we always say, what if that one guy who, or a woman who buys this for a job and is giving them fits? Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. So I don't know what do you guys think? Should I put a ticket in with Autel or not? I don't know. I'll see. I'll try it again. And
if you can replicate it.
Yeah.
I would try it again. I definitely would. I'm like Lon, and listen, I mean, you ought to be able to hit record. If it's made to do that, then you ought to be able to do it. Just
and so what we've seen in the past, and Johnny knows this, is if you hit record on the ground, it will record in that lower frame rate for just a second, and as soon as it takes off, it switches into 4K 30.
Yeah,
and you can see it switch because it'll stop the one. You'll get a different file segment. It'll stop that file, and in fact, I think it even says on the app, it'll say stop recording, then it'll say start recording. So you hear it. But anyway, neither here nor there.
In the chat, Lauren says the announcement for the Mini 3, the announcement and release will be the same day on the 14th. It won't be the double thing as we've seen before, where you have 2 different events. It'll be all the same day. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Lauren. Okay. Well, as long as we're on DJI, as long as we're on Autel here, we talked in the show earlier that Johnny, he took advantage of one of those DroneNation deals of the day and ordered the Autel Lite Plus drone from our friends over at Autel Pilots over there in Asia someplace, China. And he received it last week, and he's already got a couple test flights under his belt. So, Johnny, can you just give us an overview of your experience with the drone so far? But first of all, can you tell us around about the price you paid for it?
That night I ordered it was $1,106. It was $11.99, and it's back to $11.99 on Autel Pilot right now, and Best Buy still. I think Best Buy still has it actually,
and Amazon still $11.99 for 2-day shipping.
Yeah, and for a while we should correct, Johnny. Autel Pilot had it for like it was $11.10, right?
I think it was $11.06. I don't know what the 6 was for, but
yeah, something like that. But it allowed both you and I to get a little more discount. We got it under just over $1,000. I guess.
Yeah, $1,073 for me because I did not get charged tax, so that was pretty exciting because we're 10.5%. So hey, even at Best Buy, it would have ran me over $1,300 even at $11.99.
Right.
So to get it for that, and Joe America, we flew. I think that was Thursday. That was really the first time I flew it. And I did 2 batteries that day. Actually, the biggest thing is trying to fly with it is the phone. You get 31 minutes or so of flight time, and I got the little Mini 13, and it's probably only got about 2 batteries that I could run through it before the battery of the phone was going dead. But it did great. Enjoyed it. Went out today a little bit and flew it again. Did another battery, and it did start raining. But yeah, the drone seems fly. The flight characteristics really are very sharp to me. The camera seems good. And of course, I'll continue to learn and fly it some more. Actually, we're going out tomorrow and fly it again. So I'll bring it tomorrow and probably bring the Mini 3 Pro also.
So Johnny, give us some detail, like flight controls wise. I mean, I hate to, we always compare everything to DJI, but I mean, how'd it fly?
Flies really good, Marcus. It feels very similar to DJI. It's as you know, the drone is pretty heavy. And I know that Evo, Ron, you had you still have the Evo 2, right?
Yeah.
And that thing,
Pro, it's a heavy drone.
It was always, people call it a tank or a brick, but man, I'll tell you what, it's very solid. The drone seems well built. I really do like it. Of course, I think my biggest thing would be getting used to flying with that RC controller, and now I'm kind of preparing myself. I'm hoping we can get that RC type controller that Dubbo had that from Autel, and I think it's $749. But before I make that purchase, of course, I want to make sure it's going to be able to fly the Nano Plus and this Autel Lite Plus. So that's a big would be a game changer for me. Because flying with the phone is kind of like, for me, hey, you're going backwards a little bit right now. But man, yeah, I love that RC controller. And of course, y'all have the RC Pro, and you know how that is.
Now, Johnny, you say it flies pretty good. Now, with the Nano's a mini drone, so this is a fair comparison. But a lot of us have, I hate to say be critical of the Nano because it kind of flies a little slow. It's like having a economy car or whatever. It doesn't have a lot of get up and go. How about the Lite Plus? Is it more of a sports car, more performance?
Yeah, definitely, and especially in the ludicrous mode. I did have a little tailwind the other day, but I was a little bit over 40 miles an hour. So yeah, it doesn't.
Oh wow.
The smooth mode is probably not. Of course, that's what you film in, and also it's but no, it's solid. I like it.
So speed wise, it's more on the level of say the Air 2S or.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
And the battery life is good. I think my first two batteries, the day Joe and I flew, was I think 31:57 and 31 minutes and 27 seconds, and that was just the first charge of those batteries. So I feel like that's a long time in the air.
What about the size of it, Johnny? Is it
it's
similar to the Air 2S or bigger? Or?
It's a little bigger than the Air 2S, I would say. Yeah. But
is it heavier than the Air 2S also?
Yeah, a couple hundred more than the Mavic 3. Nah, not really, Lon. Not well. I don't see the need in the Classic for me. I really don't. I would step up to the Mavic 3.
Johnny, does that drone feel heavier than the Air 2S?
Yes.
So the light, they call it the light, but it's not all that light.
No, and like we talked about that. I don't really know. Well, I think Ross does have the Lite, not the Lite Plus.
Right.
I think is the only person I think that we know maybe that has the Lite.
That's it. The
only person that roller has the Lite.
Yeah. They didn't. I just don't think they made very many of them because they probably just didn't sell that well. And everybody gets the deluxe.
Now, the Lite hangs its hat on having the same RYYB sensor that the Nano Plus has. Where Johnny, if I'm, this is confusing, and even Ross and I had this conversation last week. Even Autel gets their marketing wrong. They put a marketing video out last week for the Lite Plus, and in that marketing video, they said it had the RYYB sensor.
No, it does not. Yeah.
Right. And he said no, and he contacted Autel, and they took the video down.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now. He said he has both. I didn't realize he had both.
In that drone, don't you?
What was that, Ron?
You have the one-inch sensor in that.
Yes.
In that drone.
Now, I'll tell you what I did try today. I tried a little tracking, and I was out at they had a bunch of 4 gazebos, and I was it actually did really good. I was kind of I wish I had somebody else to track so I could watch the drone, but I'm trying to like walk backwards and stuff through the gazebos. But it actually did tracked pretty good. It didn't have any problem.
Dynamic track around. Right?
So.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, so the other thing that I know of is of interest to a lot of people, probably not so much me, but a lot of others is night mode. And I know the Lite Plus has super night mode. Have you had a chance to try that yet?
I did try shooting a university center there across the street, and it did really good. But they do have 3 different night modes, and I guess I need to read up on say what's the difference and when would you use that, and what's the best for that, and I maybe reach out to Ross for that because he done some great night stuff. And I mean, my little town, we don't have a lot of lights and stuff, so maybe I was thinking of some Christmas lights in the park, possibly. They have a big display, so maybe can check that out and see how it does.
Yeah,
yeah. And Captain Joe's got that Mavic 3 ordered. So hey, we might do some comparison stuff.
Yep, good point.
And I've seen a couple of people like Xavier Drone X Factor.
Yeah,
he did a comparison between the two of them, and it's kind of hard to tell the difference. They're both good.
Yeah, I mean, I think we as I don't like the word better, or there's a lot of confusion and out here, and some people get hung up on, hey, this drone is better. I mean, it's not DJI, and Autel is not DJI, and DJI is not Autel, but it is a great flying drone. I do like it, and I think it's going to be great. And hey, just get out there and fly and have fun.
Yep.
I think
what you've seen of the drone so far, you would recommend it then to
yeah, absolutely, especially at the price. I wouldn't have been interested in at the and as many people know, Marcus and I talked, Ron, you talked, DeMarco, there's a lot of people in the chat that paid full price, and so yeah, they I think we got a great deal on what it was and what it is right now. I think it's exciting to get this drone for that price, and I am excited about
it. Now you got it. You got the kit, so you got the drone, 3 batteries, the standard controller,
ND
filters,
even an SD card. Yeah,
SD card. Now is the bag that comes with it a nice bag? Does it look like anything like the Nano bag?
It pretty much same thing. Yeah, just a little larger. I don't.
Let's see your fancy case.
I got the hard.
Well, I think we're getting to. But Johnny, you've already ordered a hard case for it, haven't you?
Yeah. I got the GPC hard case for it.
Price is not an object in Johnny.
Hey, Ron, DeMarco was pushing that agenda.
Yeah,
there it is. I got it all stickered up, got it tattooed up with a bunch of people.
You just got it. You got the stickers on it already.
Look at that! I saw the whole quadcopter on there.
You spent all morning putting those stickers on, DeMarco.
He sure did.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, I like that hat too, and I wore my Johnnie DroneFlyer T-shirt. I was going to wear the long sleeve one, but it was all stretched out, so I
got my hat pin right here. Yeah, DeMarco.
Yeah.
What you laughing at, DeMarco?
DeMarco heard what I said.
So that case cut, the foam was custom cut to fit the.
It is custom cut. Yeah.
Now, if you would get the smart controller, could that be adapted for the smart controller? If you would get that.
Ron, it looks like it does not. I don't think that smart controller would fit this case, and so that would be a something to possibly think about. But it does have. Because that controller is quite long, it looks like, and this is just the regular controller here.
Well, let me tell you why that's not important to you, Johnny. Because just like with the RC Pro, for me, I'm using it on multiple drones.
Right.
So I have a separate case for my RC Pro, and I just carry that along with the other, because you're going to be using it if you get whatever that Autel smart, whatever they call their smart controller. You'll be using it on 2 different drones, right? So yeah, just get a separate case for it.
Yeah,
it goes. You
can see how big, of course, the carbon fiber there. I mean, this drone is hefty.
Oh, wow, carbon fiber.
Oh God.
So the build quality is much better than the Nano Plus then.
Yeah, well, you have it, Ron, and of course Marcus. It seems so thin and all, but this one is not.
They're going nuts in the chat. Me and
this
DeMarco,
is a family show.
We gotta look. These guys are bad, man. Anyway, so what I do, Johnny, is I've got let's see if you can get it where you can see it. I've got a separate case.
Oh yeah,
smart controller, and it, little suitcase thing, and I just carry it with me with that drone. Whatever drone I'm flying with it.
Right.
you know.
Well, I mean, if you used a tablet before, it was the same thing. You know, you had to carry your tablet. So hey, that's not.
Okay, Max. That is I'm going to nominate that as the comment of the month. Okay,
Wait.
don't put it up there, Ron. I just was saying.
Okay, I'm probably 100 comments behind. So,
Yeah.
so just, how about the video? How about the video quality, Johnny? How do you think the video quality straight off the camera and auto settings compares to, say, the Air 2S or even the Mini 3 Pro?
Oh, I like it a lot. I think it's. I mean, I'm not going to say it's better, or I mean, it seems a little better to me. But hey, you know, everybody looks at things different, video and pictures, and we talk about that all the time. You know, hey, you might put a picture up that was shot with the DJI Mini and say it was shot with the you know, something else, a different drone. But no, it's fun, and I'm still learning it and excited about it. Yeah, really.
Good, Johnny. The price was right on that one, brother.
Yeah.
I'm glad for you, Johnny. It seems like, again, right now, I mean, we've been doing a lot of you know, DroneNation deals a day, and I still think, you know, I mean, the Nano at only $599 is shouts out, but I think if you really want a real substantial drone, if 250 grams doesn't mean anything to you, and you want a substantial drone, you know, with a real solid camera, good battery life, and some speed, it looks like this Lite Plus could be the best deal out there. I mean, for the value you get for the money, Johnny.
Well, and then, you know, people, a lot of people, you know, have problems with geofencing, and you don't have to worry about that so much. But, you know, always be, you know, be aware where you're flying at. And if you're getting that warning from DJI, I mean, it's possible that you shouldn't be flying there anyway. But I understand that, you know, that warning does come up in locations where it may not need to. So that's something else to think about, possibly, to have an Autel drone.
Let me give you an example of that, Johnny. So when I was in Arizona, I was flying. I had the Air 2S with me, which, by the way, you can get that Fly More Kit refurb of the Air 2S. I've seen it for $1,049. So it's another one that's, you know, it's right in there price wise, and I think those are comparable drones. Yeah. However, like you were just saying, Johnny, you know, I went up. It gave me that warning that, you know, do you have approval to fly here? And you go through the whole DJI thing. I entered my home phone instead of my cell phone number in there, so I didn't get the code back. Well, I then tried to enter my cell phone number in there. It says, you've tried too many times, and it wouldn't give me the code, right? I knew I was in a perfectly legal place to fly. I looked on the Before You Fly app. I also looked at the sectional chart. I knew I was perfectly legal where I was at. But I sent the drone off that direction, and it gave me that warning. Hey, you could potentially lose control of your drone. GPS won't work, whatever. Well, you're not going to take a chance. I was going to take the chance and send the drone that direction and find out something goes wrong. And that is what people complain about with DJI. That was one of those false things that they put in on their map that has nothing to do with FAA regs. Anyway, I understood that frustration when I saw that, and that's where things like that Autel, that Lite Plus, you're just not going to have those issues.
Yeah, I think it'll give you a warning now, but it doesn't. You know, I mean, it does give you a warning, right?
Right. Except for what the thing that is different too, Johnny, and is that DJI has put all these warning areas on their maps and stuff that are just DJI stuff. They have nothing to do with FAA regs or sectional charts or anything, and that creates frustration.
Sure, I could see that happening. Yeah, it actually happened to me on my. I was shooting, and I was probably a little bit closer to the airport, you know, and I did get that warning from DJI. So, and I actually did have the. I had to end up doing it with the little Autel Nano. So,
yeah.
Hey, Johnny, can you address Lon's comment in the chat here? He says, Johnny DroneFlyer, $1,079, a couple hundred more, and that's a Mavic 3 Classic. Did you ever consider that in your buying decision?
It's not a couple hundred more. And no, the Mavic 3 Classic, no. I just don't see the need. I don't see the need in that drone. You know, I would get the Mavic 3, go all the way up. You know.
But Joe America did get it off.
Yeah, I mean, we know, what do we know? I mean, I know our little community might be a few hundred or so, but what we need, 2 people or 1 person that ordered the Classic so far? I mean,
yeah. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron, I have a feeling that Johnny just, one of these days we're going to hear about Johnny saying, hey, I got the Mavic 3. I'm just telling you.
Especially when he flies Joe America's out there at the lighthouse.
Yeah, at least I'll get to fly a Mavic 3 here pretty soon.
I haven't flown yet.
I'm not sure when Joe's getting his, but probably not. Well, of course, not tomorrow. But the next time we fly, we'll probably we'll have.
Johnny, you didn't fly Kelly's and spin up.
I held it.
You didn't fly Kelly's and spin
up?
I
did. Yeah. For
about 30
seconds, I guess.
Oh, I just held it.
Oh, you held it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That was Of course, Captain Ray's kind of looking. I think at a Captain Ray's getting a bug for maybe he doesn't have he has a original Mini, so he's talking about the Mini 2 or maybe the Classic. He don't know.
He's considered the Mini. He's considered the Mini 3.
Yeah. But and then there's actually somebody else in the chat here that bought it. Well, 2 people I know of, so I'm not gonna mention their names.
Not gonna mention drop any names.
No, but there was 2 people that's in our little community here. They've been quite a few light pluses all it.
Hey, and I guess Ross says he is the Lite Plus and the Lite. He is both of the Lite.
Right. He does. Yeah. But that also gets back to the point that we were making earlier, doesn't it, Johnny? That really I think this is good for Autel, and I think it's good for us as consumers, drone consumers on the whole. If they can get their brand out there more and they sell more drones and become a real competitor for DJI, I just think that's good for all of us.
Yeah.
Why not?
Especially at the price point. Used to be they competed with DJI at the top of the drone world with like the Evo 2 Pro, with a high price up near $2,000. But now they're competing with the kind of the mid-level DJI drones. They're fighting in a different space now. And that fat middle is probably, where you want to have some drones in.
Well, yeah, because I mean, looking back, I paid $100 more for this Lite Plus than I did the Nano Plus, basically, about $125. So.
Me too, Johnny. We were in the same boat there. Yeah.
Ross said they stopped manufacturing the Lite during the COVID.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen he did say that.
It'd be nice to see Autel use those frames and make a sub $400 Nano or something like it. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Lon's messing with me. Well, Lon, I got all of a whopping $400 in my B copter. So yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Lon, and Lon makes a good point. I mean, he's got the Mavic 3, and it's the only drone he needs. I totally understand.
It's the best drone out there.
Yeah, I understand that perspective. But here's what I know. The 4 of us in this group are for sure. We're drone enthusiasts, and it's not just having one drone. It's trying different drones and actually owning them so you can fly them several times. You're not just flying it once and twice. You're taking it out. I know Ron flies every day that he can fly a drone. I know Johnny flies every day that he can fly a drone. Yeah. And I do the same thing. So it gives, you're in a different situation, DeMarco, because you actually, like you said, all kidding aside, you actually have a job and
actually works.
DeMarco actually has a life. Marcus, DeMarco actually has a life.
We're retired old geezers, and DeMarco isn't. However, my point is this. We're drone enthusiasts. We like to fly the different drones. We like to compare the features. We like to see how the cameras work differently, how the features work differently. And so that's a difference between our perspective and like Lon's, or, probably more, our perspective is different probably than many drone buyers.
Yeah. I think all of us too, we appreciate a good deal too. We like our magazines, but we like to get a good deal on some other drones. Also, speaking of good deals, can I read the deals off that are the DroneNation deals of the day? We have these. I'm giving you all Amazon deals just because it's free shipping and it's coming from the U.S. and whatever. And these are all affiliate links here, so just be forewarned. The Autel Nano Plus, you can get it on Amazon for $599. Now, that's the base kit with just the drone controller and battery, but that's 2 days free shipping on Amazon if you're a Prime member. Then you can get the Lite Plus Premium bundle for $7.99. No, yeah, $7.90. I got that wrong, right? It's lower than that. I messed up the price. I think it's $7.09. The premium bundle where you get the fly, get the extra batteries and the case and so on. But the Lite Plus, I found a Lite Plus on Amazon, just the drone, just a standard kit, $999. Just the drone, the battery, and the controller. If you want a Lite Premium bundle, they're going for $11.99 on Amazon. That's 2-day, free shipping, of course, if you're a Prime member and you live in the U.S. So, still some great deals out there, and you can find even cheaper prices if you're willing to, go to Autel Pilots where you're ordering overseas and the shipping's slower and so on. And you have almost no recourse if there's anything wrong with it. So that's the downside of saving $100.
I will say though, I ordered my Nano Plus, and I've sent it back for service twice, and it did come from Autel Pilot, and I had that problem with those dampeners the first time, and then that on 4th of July the gimbal did something funny, so I had to send it back. But yeah, I didn't have any problem. So
Johnny, that's the problem.
Because you just had legitimate problems. But say that box would have came in all smashed up or whatever. Autel's not going to take care of you if the drone got damaged in the shipping over, and then you're going to have to pay a couple $100 to ship it back. So I mean, I'm not knocking Autel Pilots at all. I'm just saying, Marcus ran into a service issue. I'm just saying Amazon's the safest place to order from, because anything wrong, you can send that thing back free and get a full refund.
Hey, but I'll tell you this: what's scary about Autel, which is why I sold my original Evo, is they just stopped servicing drones after a certain amount of period of time too, and that's scary.
Yep.
Well, you're running into right now, Ron, with
the Evo 2 Pro, V1 and V2 are both going to be out of service, by next year. But to tell you the truth, there's a 3-year-old drone by that point, and even if you had a DJI drone that was still supported for 3 years, how much money are you going to spend on repairing a 3-year-old drone or whatever? It's to me, after 3 years, if I have to pay a lot of money to repair something, I'm probably not going to do it anyways. So,
Hey, Ron, I'm sure this isn't on the agenda, but our friend DeMarco Moore did make a purchase that I think some of us would probably be.
Oh, I heard about that.
No, I want to hear about it. No, I'm serious. I think people will be interested. He got a new Hot Rod 6S Arma RC car. Tell us about it, DeMarco.
What's breaking up?
Uh-oh.
I have to close the door. Hold on.
I see. I didn't know it was a secret, folks. I guess I've been
trouble. Me neither. That ain't what he told me, but that's okay.
No, but you got a great deal. You got a great deal.
I did. I made a purchase of a Arma 6S Fire Team RC car. Ready to run, black, and it is quite the vehicle. And I got it for $270 off, which is why I bought it. So.
Wow, $270 off. I've never even spent $270 on an RC car.
No, I looked. You got to see this thing, Ron. I mean, it is like full suspension and everything, brushless motor, 6S batteries. Which means it's going to haul the mail, right?
Oh yeah. It is a mean motor scooter, but you know what? It's just like what we were talking about with the drones. Like, you're not going out to buy that as your first RC car. Don't do that. Don't do it. You're gonna run it. It's no different than like someone buying a drone and their first drone is a FPV. No, it's not gonna last long.
DeMarco, I got a question. Can it outrun Al Duran?
Oh yeah. Well, Al will find me.
So anybody that was at Spin Up 2020 now or 2021 knows about that story. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
congrats.
it's a fun car, and
Congrats.
we had talked about it before. I've been racing RC cars since the '80s. So in fact, here, let me see if I can find that picture of myself though. I mean, so it's not my.
Oh yeah.
And the thing of it is that's just the car only, but he paid like $400 for it, which sounds like a heck of a deal to me.
That's
But he
little old me there.
oh
wow.
geez.
Hey.
Marco. Yeah, you've been running them for a while.
Yeah. So, but yes, it's a fun car though. But I dipped into my Mavic 3 pot, so it's gonna, I gotta build that back up again. So,
oh no.
Well, that you just ruined Ron's day.
Well, no. Congrats on that RC. I got the pleasure of driving DeMarco's older RC car at the spin up Marcus was talking about, and I really
that one.
I don't have anything.
I'll tell you that one. So that one, Ron, that you had drove for a minute before the battery went out.
Yeah.
That one's actually on sale for $239. It's like $100 off.
Oh wow,
that's a good deal.
That thing was blazing fast.
It was.
I only got a few minutes for the battery died, but it was a fun couple minutes.
Yeah. We were on grass. It was on grass, and that thing was, man, it was as fast as the drones or faster.
Yeah. That one's a fast one too, and that's a deal too. So if anybody who's looking for a nice RC car, it's an Arma Typhon 3S, and it's on sale right now. I think it's the last day of the sale for $239. So, and that's a deal.
Drop the link in the Facebook group for where.
Yeah. Y'all drop it in. And my brother was actually looking at a car, and I was like, "Get that one."
Yeah, 239. That's an awesome car.
Anyway,
hey, Tony makes an excellent point in the chat. He's talking to Richard. He says the DJI Mini is out of support, and that is 3 years old. So we're kind of beating up on Autel, and the original Mini's out of support.
Yeah, well, let alone the Phantoms and everything else. Yeah.
So the 3 year period's not that unusual then.
Yeah, and 3 years in the life of a drone is
that's like dog years or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Especially lately or this past year. Yeah.
Well, but no, Ron, what you were saying about that, you figure at 3 years, it's still not old. Like you had 1 year when it was new. Yeah. And then your second year, you really started messing with it, and then the third year, it's old. That's
this is kind of after the third year. This is 3 complete years, DeMarco, not like in the middle of the third year. It's like you get 3 years, and that doesn't mean okay. But some people need service, but most drones, most things, if they work good for 3 years, unless you did something like crash or something, you'll probably get the 4th, 5th year out of it. Most electronics, if it's going to go wrong, it happens early on.
Let's put that into perspective, Ron. So your Evo 2, Ron has a Gen 1 Evo 2, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Or it's perfect, yeah.
Yeah, you could probably
work perfect in March when the thing's up on it.
Yeah, you could probably fly it for another 5 years and never have an issue with it. So
and if it is, the issue would probably be my fault.
Yeah.
Like I crash it or I do something wrong with it or whatever. So hey, listen, we got one more topic on the list here. I do want to talk about it a little bit. It's because we're the DJI fanboy show here. The DJI Action 3, that's their latest action camera. The one it replaced the popular Action 1. It got a big firmware update last week, and I can't confirm whether it fixed the out of focus issue that a lot of users were experiencing, but I do know it drastically improved the video quality. I saw somebody test an Action 3 that had the old firmware against one that had the new firmware, and the HDR, the 10-bit color and whatever. I mean, it's like it's not even the same camera anymore as far as video quality. Again, I can't. If somebody's going to say to fix the focus issue, this video never conclusively showed one way or the other whether it fixed whether they ever had any focus issues to begin with. But I do know it brings it up to closer to par with the DJI, the GoPro Hero 11. It brings up the same to me. Just watching a 5-minute video, it looks like it's close to being on par with the Hero 11 now. So nobody on this panel has an Action 3, and nobody's even thinking about getting. I know Marcus is very happy with his his Action 2. It works out for him very well for his video production. Now, Johnny, do you have an action camera? Or you have the
Action 2, yeah.
And you're very happy with that all?
Absolutely,
yeah. Yeah. DeMarco, what are you rocking for an action camera?
I've got a Session 5
and
the original Action.
Where'd you get that?
And then, but
you can probably sell that Session for twice what you paid for it.
Hey, you know what? Too, if someone wants to buy it, hit me up because I never use it, and I've used it sparingly too.
Yeah,
but what I use more than any of those, a couple of years ago, I bought an Action Cam off Amazon, and it works just fine. Now the kids use it more than I do. I mean, but I think I paid $50 for it though, and it works fine for what I use it for. It's fine. Oh, Marcus, what happened?
I decided.
Yeah, the basement.
I decided to go home.
Okay. Yeah. So anyhow, if you were on the fence about getting the Action 3 because of the quality, I mean, you may want to look at this. Some people who have posted some footage with the new firmware. Again, the only key is whether the focus issue is fixed for everybody. Now, I have heard if you do have a focusing issue and you contact DJI, they'll tell you to send it in. You'll get another one back, whether it's your camera or not, that doesn't have the focusing issue. So I don't think it's it's not like you're stuck if you you get one that has a focusing issue.
Hey, Ron. So if we're talking about deals, it's worth mentioning that the GoPro has been advertising a lot that Hero 11 now for $359, as opposed to $329 for the Action 3. And then I think they have the kit with the dual screen Action 2. I think it's still on sale for $279, I believe. Not positive. It was for a while at least, or $309 maybe.
Okay. Like and the problem with the GoPro is with that their sale prices, you always have to factor in that subscription thing. And if you already have the subscription, like I already have the subscription, so I can't get that $350 deal because I can't get a new subscription because I already have one. So the best I can do is $399.
I thought they just kicked your subscription out.
I mean, I haven't contacted their customer service, but like if I put it in my cart in at the GoPro store or whatever, and I register under, I'm logged in under my user account.
Yeah, it requires.
It doesn't offer me the $349. It only offers me the $399. It knows I have it, and it doesn't say, would you like to buy another year? It doesn't say, do you want to buy another year? Now, I'm not saying if you contacted their help, maybe they could arrange that for you, but just going in as just going into using their website and whatever and their cart, I don't see that deal as a current subscriber. So I mean, I know everybody hates that whole deal that they have going on with that subscription thing, but I mean, it does make sense. I mean, if you're not a subscriber, it gets you a camera $50 cheaper. But still, even with that rate, you can still get the Action 3 cheaper at $329. So bear that in mind. Now, again, the Action 3 is not doing any good if you get one with out of focus on it. And if you watch people's out of focus, it's not terribly out of focus. You have to really look for it, but it is there on these people that show it. So it's not a myth, but it's not like the whole thing's. It's not like the Xeno. It's not like the Xeno 1 on the early firmware. Remember, where if you took off the ground, it was in perfect focus, but as soon as you got up in the air, everything was soft and out of focus or whatever. It's not that bad. It's just like it's just got just a little bit in the center that's out of focus on the Action 3. So, well, that's all we have on the list for tonight. And the update, the football game is Johnny's New Orleans Saints. Wait a minute. He didn't pick them. Johnny's New Orleans Saints are up 13-3. I knew Johnny should have gone with Archie Manning would have told you to pick the Saints.
Man, I'll tell you, the Saints actually have Brady's number. Seems like
yes, he has won one game.
It's in the fourth quarter. We're not talking early on. I mean, Brady. Johnny Brady don't work the magic like he used to out there.
The Saints, they haven't changed a lot since 1967, except, for that 1 year. And It's they're always seem to struggle. But yeah, they do have Tom Brady's number. That's for sure.
Well, hey, this doesn't count for my record, does
That's
Well, would you go into Johnny's record?
mine.
Yes,
I'm 0-1.
Johnny has to own it, huh?
I just made it back to 500. Yes.
I said
Let
that
me
you
down,
made it back to 500. Yeah.
I told you to pick the Saints, Johnny. I said, pick the Saints.
Wait, I can prove that.
Okay. Well, while we're predicting, I want to go around the panel. Everybody predict what day the Mini 3.0 is going to come out.
Let's see. Hold on. Calendar here.
Marcus, you go. Marcus, you
well,
go.
I would have said the 9th, OsitaLV, but now we had two strong commenters in the group that both said the 14th, so I'm going to go with the 14th.
I'm gonna throw OsitaLV under the bus too. Throw the 9th under the bus and go with the 14th. Johnny.
Well, I'm that's a Fly for Fun show on the 14th, so I'm going with the 14th. Yeah.
DeMarco, you're the last man here. I know you're a gambling man too.
When I pulled up my calendar, I was thinking the 14th or the 15th. When do they normally come out? On Wednesday or Thursdays?
Well,
every day of the week.
I could give you this.
Yeah.
The Mavic 3 came out on a Thursday because we were in Texas when it happened. And
Hey,
I think
we were.
when did the Mini 3 Pro come out, Marcus? What day was that? Was that Thursday also?
Yeah, I think it. Geez, I don't remember, Ron. Yeah,
I'm going to switch it up and go with Thursday, the 15th.
Yeah. Okay, you're going with the 15th.
I am.
Wow.
Just to be different.
Well, DeMarco, tune in on the 14th. We'll show it that night. I mean,
Yeah.
Looking at this panel here, what is different? But
Yeah, you got hair. The rest of us are. No, Ron's got hair. No,
Ron's got hair.
I got a haircut. I actually had to get a haircut.
Ron
was offended when you said that. Hey,
yeah, he did. Ron's going, what the heck?
Yeah, I haven't been vain about my hair and my looks in over 10 years. So
Same here.
When you get old, you don't care anymore.
Yeah, same here.
So, all right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap the show up tonight, unless anybody has another story that we forgot about. So I guess right now we're all on a Mini 3 watch, and apparently by our sources, we'll be on the Mini 3 watch next Monday.
How about the price?
Won't be out yet.
Now hold it, Ron. Well, yeah, we don't know that yet. But I'll tell you, you guys may be on the Mini 3 watch. I am on the Autel Lite Plus watch myself.
Oh yeah, well that's gonna come a lot sooner.
Mañana.
Yeah, we'll get to see a box opening here.
Marcus is waiting at the window like this, looking.
Pretty damn close.
UPS.
Yeah, pretty close.
Wow, and we're going to be, you've only owned one Autel drone. You haven't had the best experience. Well, you've actually owned two of the, but you haven't had the best experience with Autel so far. So I hope this turns your opinion around on Autel.
Yeah, one of them's at the bottom of the ocean. The other one,
courtesy of Ron Brown's fly.
Well, no. I didn't say that, Ron. But the other one, I thought it was so good with the other one. Then all of a sudden, boom! Look at this video. So yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty excited about this Lite Plus, though, especially after seeing that what Johnny has had fun with his. So
and guys, there have been some comments about the Nano Plus. Of course, Marcus, you've had some problems, and so has other people, but you really haven't heard anything bad about the Lite Plus too much. I will say that. So I think that's common, that it's a pretty good drone.
I think you're right. Yep.
Good. Well, Johnny had one. If Marcus gets a good one too, I may have to pull the trigger. You guys are making me jealous here. But if you guys both get two good ones, that'll make me rest easier. That it's a solid drone. I mean, I know Ross has had good luck with his also.
Yeah.
Matt
Bagwell. Yeah, Matt Bagwell. I think who else?
And Tony said he's going to bring his Lite Plus to the Ocean City Boardwalk meetup for me to check out in person.
Oh, good. Hey, I want to call out Captain Joe. He's in the chat here. He's saying he's on his Mavic 3 watch. So yeah, Joe, that's awesome. I totally get that excitement.
Yeah, we got a lot of watches going on here, and glad I mentioned that. Don't forget, everybody, the Ken Heron day after Christmas boardwalk meetup on the Ocean City Boardwalk in New Jersey will start about 12 noon that day. So be out there. I'm going to be there. Tony Quadcopters and Tech's going to be there, and we'll find out. Billy Kyle's going to be there next Monday, so it'll be a lot of fine folk out there, a lot of fine drone flyers out there that day. So and I'll try to, of course, get some video. Maybe I can use some interviews that we can use on the show or something that day or whatever. So so that's about it. I'll let everybody go watch the fourth quarter of the Saints and Bucs and see if Tom Brady can do one of his last minute miracle things and put Johnny in the win column here, or whether DeMarco goes under 500 again.
Johnny.
Yeah, but he ate cake. But he ate cake tonight. It's okay.
I didn't have any cake. No, I didn't.
What?
I didn't. Yeah, I don't have any sweets after 8 p.m.
DeMarco, did you go with the Cowboys in last night's game?
I know. I think I fell asleep before the game started.
That would have been the all-time pick. They won 54-19 or something.
Oh no!
They had. Hey, even the announcers. Get this. The announcers are so flabbergasted. They said, I never saw a team score 33 points in one quarter. The Cowboys won the fourth quarter 33-0.
Wow.
Yeah. Listen, they always choke. So.
I'm not.
Marcus, what do you think?
They didn't choke in the fourth quarter last night.
Wait until the playoffs come. What do you think, Marcus? Cowboys?
I know nothing.
Yeah, but you're right. You need
what about that?
You need to say there's points up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
my wife makes me wear a Boise State Broncos shirt because she likes football, and I'll go someplace with that Broncos shirt, and people will ask me about this player or that player or whatever, and I just have to say I got no idea. My wife makes me wear the shirt.
Head a lot.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, how about this last little tidbit? Deion Sanders accepted a head coaching job at Colorado.
Yeah, good for him.
Is he a Florida State alumni?
He is. Okay. Sorry, like we're gonna lose on half the chat, so I'll make this quick.
We're the show's officially over anyways. So.
Deion is Florida State. He is the biggest and best athlete to come through that school. So if he went to Colorado and Florida State needed a head coach in the middle of the season next year, he would quit and come back home. So
really,
yeah. Oh yeah. He's beloved.
Did Deion win a national title while he was at Florida State?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Came close.
He definitely gonna get them going. It was exciting to hear him talk.
He will. Good for him.
Did he play for Bobby Bowden?
He did play for Bobby Bowden. He was at the start of the dynasty.
Oh, that guy.
Bobby Bowden. He was at the start of the dynasty. So he was there like when they started their run of 14 years of top 5 finishes. He was at the start of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He's a legend there, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Did you know him, Marcus? Did you friend of yours? You guys used to hang out and play golf or something?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I did sit down with Archie Manning for about a half an hour one time. No lie. Got to breeze with Archie for a while. Knowing nothing about football, too. He's just a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah.
He told me all about his kids.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you should tell me. Hey, man, I'll tell you about some milk. Yeah. Don't drink this milk.
Yeah.
Well, all right, folks, we're going to get out of here. Marcus has to get a good night's rest. He will be up early doing the unboxing,
for UPS,
firmware updates, and everything like that. Now, will the weather be kind enough for you to take your first flight tomorrow, or will you be snowed in or something?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to play that one by ear, Ron. We'll see.
Well, yeah, the weather is the bad thing with getting drones at this time of year is, people keep asking me. I had the pleasure of being on the Drone Seekers International yesterday, and they kept asking me when I was going to get the that little Avata drone, the FPV drone. Even if I was going to get the thing, I wouldn't get this time of year because you don't get much drone flying done in these winter months or whatever. Especially a little drone like that where you gotta I don't know, sit in a little chair and put the goggles on and, go over and fly at the park, go fly around a tree a million times. I mean, if you do fly this year, you put a camera up, you get up, you get your flight in quick and you get back in the car again.
You can fly right over Lucy, Ron.
There you go.
I could fly my camera birds right over too.
Hey, Ron, can I have the last word tonight?
Yes. Take this show home.
Hey, we're just about done here, folks. But if any of you are not subscribed to the DroneNation Facebook Facebook page, but also our YouTube channel, please do it. We're getting so close to that 1,000 subscriber line. Man, help push us over the top. And with that, seriously, this has been a great chat tonight. Had us in stitches. What, you have something else, DeMarco?
Hit the theme music, Johnny.
Oh yeah.
Roll that music.
Come on, Johnny. Come on.
You do it, DeMarco.
Oh, that's you. Come on, DeMarco. Theme music.
Good
night, everybody.